It is close to 6:20 and time now for What's Trending. Well, this is a friendship that could stand the test of time, or at least until Halloween's over. A toddler in Utah has chosen a 5-foot skeleton as his new best bud. And if you think that having a toddler is tough, well, imagine trying to handle both a 2-year-old and a 5-foot skeleton. The two, they're practically inseparable. From the moment Abigail Brady's son Theo stumbled on this former Halloween decoration down in their basement, it was love at first sight. And this guy's name is Benny, named after the taxi-driving skeleton in the movie Halloween Town. And they've been taking Benny to the beach, they've gone to the grocery store, they play with Theo's toys together, and his mom thinks that COVID canceling playdates with some other kids actually strengthened his bond with Benny. And for Halloween, Theo, well, of course, he wants to be a skeleton, but what happens to Benny after the holiday? Abigail says that they're going to try to put him away, but yeah, good luck with that. So I don't think that's going to go over very well. But how cute are they together? I love that that Theo just wants to do everything with Benny, and I think he's a pretty cool bud to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the time you see kids are just scared of so many things. Like myself and my sister were super kind of afraid of just like people dressed up in big costumes on Halloween, even if they were kind of inviting, like a big bird costume would maybe freak me out. So really cool to see that, you know, there's no fear there.
Yeah.
He's just a friendly guy.
I know.
I know, definitely very cute. How can you not go all at that? But I'm sure the tough part, I can understand that. I want to feel bad for what's going to happen when they have to put Benny away.
I know, they might not. Might have skeletons through Christmas. Who knows?
I mean, there's movies out to suggest that, so who knows?
Definitely make for an interesting Christmas decoration, but that's the joy of kids, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And same theme with this next story, but the woman's going to have to wait a little bit longer to experience that joy, but she's still doing these incredible feats. So a pregnant woman ran a mile in under 6 minutes, just 1 week before her due date. This video went viral on social media with millions of jaws dropping. 28-year-old McKenna Myler, who's originally from Australia but now lives in California, she's been running 5 or 6 times a week during her pregnancy. 2 doctors cleared her to keep running while she's pregnant. The product trainer says her husband bet her $100 she couldn't break an 8-minute mile while 9 months pregnant. Now that's pretty difficult, but she took the bet and crushed the goal by 2.5 minutes, coming in at 5 minutes 25 seconds. To give you some perspective, Runner's World says the average pace for a woman is a 10-minute 40-second mile. That's for a woman who's not pregnant. Myself, I might struggle myself to run a 10-minute mile sometimes. So to see her do this is so inspirational. It's just, I mean, I think that her kid is probably going to be a pretty born athlete.
Exactly.
Natural born athlete, I would say.
Yeah, I would think that as well. But I think my favorite part of this, other than just her being incredible, is that she and her husband make those bets against each other, because my husband and I do the exact same thing. We'll bet on anything. So I just think that that's a super cute relationship and keeps them both motivated.
Absolutely, yeah.
That was very cute and motivating, and it's just so cool. I almost don't have words to describe it. It's just so cool to see this couple's kind of having fun, be like, I bet you this, that you couldn't do it, and I'm glad that they got doctor approval, and look at her just proved them wrong. So absolutely too cool. But one thing that's going to be a little not so cool is a couple of masked intruders here, but maybe not what you might be thinking. The culprits weren't humans, they're raccoons. This bank here was closed to customers at the time, so the creatures were first spotted by a man using the ATM, who then called the Peninsula Humane Society, which responded. Rescue staff spent some 10 minutes chasing the raccoons through the bank before safely getting them to delete. Sound like a Tom and Jerry moment here. A spokesperson for the Humane Society says they found muddy paw prints on a tree outside the bank, so they suspect the raccoons climbed the tree to the roof, then crawled into the air ducts and fell through the ceiling tiles. Ouch. No humans or raccoons thankfully were injured. The raccoons did knock over a computer, tossed some papers around, and ate some almond cookies too. The masked bandits were let go with a warning, and all I can say is, lucky them. Humans, if they did that, they wouldn't get that lucky.
Oh my goodness. I think I'm really impressed at how smart they are, right? To have been able to find their way in there, but I'm also glad that it didn't happen during business hours, because can you imagine raccoons just coming down through an air vent and running around with an office full of people?
Yeah, no thanks. And my favorite part of this story is like there was a little mini mini investigation into how they got into the building.
Right.
They left their little muddy footprints. So that just is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to have to make sure everything's all sealed up to prevent that from happening again.